Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Pretty Coach Oracles, Jude here. And I'm going to hop right into this reading. This is a new moon reading. It was going to be personal, but I decided to go ahead and record it because I feel like these messages and the energy showing up could be not only for myself, but yeah. So I have to admit that I woke up this morning and I was crying, and it could be personal reasons. I know that it's dealing with my personal love life, and for sure it's dealing with my personal love life and how things tend to go so far with me. But I think it's more than just about, that part of our lives, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I feel like it's definitely about love, but it's also about life in general. It's everything. It's going to touch on love, the finances, emotions, all of that. Okay, so just to hop right into the reading, I'm going to do all the overall energies. I did do something a little different for this reading. For this particular Ten of Swords, I needed to get clarity on what was maybe ending. I felt like something was ending right here. And this could have been a betrayal of self here, but I wanted to know more about this. So I'll break that down in a few minutes. For this first set of cards here for the foundation, this is the energetic cards, mostly talking about the energies that are surrounding me at this time, because this is a personal reading. Like I said, I was asking for questions about myself, but I know I'm not the only person, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and share this. But I mean, if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. So the overall energy of this was the Trust card. And it says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I feel like maybe I have not always trusted the voice guiding me. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that clearly, so I want to show it to you. First time with this setup as well, so we'll see how this goes. The next card that came out, I was using the Moonology deck, and the overall energy of this deck says, it says a new romantic cycle is beginning, new moon in Libra. Now we know that the new moon is in Sagittarius, but right underneath that it says nothing yet set in stone with the mutable moon. I feel like that's probably significant for some of us too. Okay, probably that. I feel like a lot of those who this reading will resonate with, like myself, you've been having what you feel like is a bad stroke of, for some people, luck. I consider blessing. So we've not been so fortunate, it seems, in our when it comes to romantic partnerships. It's like, as much as we want it to work, for some reason things just don't. I do think it had to start with us loving ourselves and all of that, but it is also because of the type of people, I think, and love that we offer, and that the type of people and just strange things that are in this world. So moving on, I do feel like we are a different breed of lovers. Not that I'm just perfect or anything, and that those who watch this reading are perfect, but I feel like our intentions, to the core, are genuinely good. So let's keep on going. Six of Pentacles here. I feel like this is going to be charity, compassion, working together to build a home and all that, and having balance in a home. So that's some good energy. I also feel like we're going to be charitable people. Maybe the connection that we have will involve a Libra of some sort. Who knows? The Ten of Swords is the betrayal, but I feel like this was more so about a self-sabotaging or a betrayal from someone possibly that we really knew and loved. Okay. And it seems like it's just been repetitive, but now we're at the end of that cycle. And so I was like, okay, what is this Ten of Swords energy about? What is it talking about? It's coming to an end, because I did feel like Spirit was telling me it's coming to an end. And it's the Seven of Swords energy coupled with the Ten of Cups. So I really got the vibe that this is more so about the ending of false starts like this, the ending of relationships that are really deceptive, but we're thinking that it's everything that we've always wanted, that it's going to bring the emotional, spiritual, and maybe even the creative commitment that we're looking for. It's going to be the end of those. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and hop into the energies. The energies that came out, first card to fly out of the deck was the Death card. Okay, Death, and it says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So again, this type of heartbreak or these types of betrayals can definitely feel like death. And I was just saying to my sister that I feel like I'm grieving. I'm not in a relationship right now, and a lot of things happened in that relationship, but it was stuff that happened before. But just to stick to the subject, with the things that happened in that relationship, and with another one just before, when that ends, or when you find out that what you're dealing with or who you're dealing with is not, it was some deception going on, and it was an illusion, it wasn't what you thought it was, that can be devastating. It's heartbreaking. Okay, not to say that, you know, there weren't things that I could do better in and that I needed to learn about, and also the partners that I've been with in the past, but still the foundations were based upon things that were not real, period. And that's hurtful, and it can feel like death. Okay, a major ass death. So yeah, I told my sister yesterday that I felt like I was grieving. But one of the other cards that came out second is denial, but it was in reverse. And so I feel like what Spirit told me is that a lot of us are coming out of denial. And so we're finally having to accept something is coming to an end that wasn't real. Okay. And then the last and final card that came out is acceptance. It says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So yeah. I also feel like this acceptance card has everything to do with us also finally about to be accepted, first by ourselves and then by our partner. So the next card that came out from the Moonology deck, and I'm going fast because I don't have a lot of space on my phone and I have no idea where it'll cut off. This is what, if it cuts off, you guys just know that I'll try to come back and make another clip. Okay. If not, I'll move to my computer. It says, you are good enough. I literally had to draw a picture because of the last relationship that I came out of that stated, I am good enough. So I know this energy and I know it well. Okay. We have to understand this is true for us. Okay. It says, you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. So I feel like a lot of us could have maybe Venuses in Virgo. Like you could be a Virgo when it comes to love, or you could be a Virgo, or you could just have this anywhere in your chart. Okay. So when I went to the General Tarot and I was asking for, you know, just more support about the energies there, the first three cards to come out were the Magician card, the Two of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands. So in clarifying the Magician, first of all, this could be Aries energy here. Okay. But the Magician is manifestors, or Taurus as well. Aries or Taurus. And it doesn't have to be that. It could really just be the fact that a lot of us are powerful manifestors. Okay. Sorry guys, I hit the mic by accident. But anyways, I feel like somebody who's in this connection possibly is having a really tough time manifesting because they're in a point of indecision. Okay. With the Ten of Wands being in the reverse, I really still feel like this is about the ending of this feeling of slavery, or feeling oppressed or feeling really burdened down by something, possibly even the decision that has to be made. Okay. Long story short, let's move on to the clarifying cards of the Magician. The Magician, before I move to those, the Magician is about manifesting things, making things happen, using the elements, using what we already possess naturally within ourselves to create the type of life that we desire to lead. Okay. So to clarify the Magician card, we got the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords, and then we got the Lovers card. Okay. So for me, this is about someone having to really get their mind together and their thoughts together about something that they're unsatisfied with. Okay. Also could be a connection that they're bored with. Maybe they're unhappy with what they have manifested in their lives at this time. Okay. And it looks like they're getting clear about that, or they are currently clear about this, both in their mentality, like their mind, communication from themselves with their mind, as well as their emotions. Those two are in conjunction with one another. Okay. And then somebody is wanting to manifest a love, a healing, loving union. Okay. So this is what's on somebody's mind. This is what they're trying to manifest. Okay. Now, again, I do feel like this is a personal reading for me. So I'm in this, you know, I want to manifest this type of union, and I am not happy. And I'm not even just bored or dissatisfied. I am more on the dissatisfied end. I don't know if it's still recording. Yeah. I'm dissatisfied with the way at this time, you know, the relationships that I have supposedly established have gone at this point. But I want this. I long for the Lover's energy. Okay. In the Two of Swords, clarifying, the Two of Swords is about doubt. It's about indecision. It could be also about inaction, not making any moves at all as well. Okay. So this is so far major arcana cards coming out here. We got the Lovers, the Moon, the Fool, Ten of Cups. Okay. Did I say Ten of Cups? Ten of Cups is not major arcana. Please forgive me, but that's a nice card to get. Okay. Sorry about that. The major arcana are just the Lovers, the Fool, and the Moon here. Oh, and the Magician. So anyways, guys, that Two of Wands is somebody maybe not feeling like they have enough insight just yet to make a clear, logical, reasonable, fair decision, but somebody is thinking about it. And I do feel like someone is going to have to move based off of their intuition with the Moon card here. The sign associated with the Two of Swords is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. The Moon card indicates to me Cancer or Piscean energy. So somebody is really having to reflect. Someone's having to do a lot of emotional digging, maybe a lot of work. Someone could be experiencing, there could be secrets surrounding a decision that needs to be made. And maybe that's the reason why someone has not made a decision just yet. I feel like this next card that came out is the Fool energy. Somebody is possibly secretly thinking about taking a leap of faith or taking a risk. Okay. I will probably have to clarify both of these energies just to see what they're in reference to. But then I feel like they're trying to make a move towards the Ten of Pentacles energy. This is about building a secure family life, okay? With a lot of things being met, specifically resources, financially, all of that. Oh, 11:11 on the clock. Moving on, I really think that this is an ancestor-approved relationship. This could be a twin flame union, or what people know as that. I call them the 144,000 unions. I feel like somebody is in this place where they haven't manifested yet, but they want to, okay? I love this image on here. This is like the Sephiroth, and I've seen this image literally in my dreams before. And I knew nothing at the time about sacred geometry, but because I saw these symbols in my dreams, it made me go and look up things, okay? So yeah, that's beautiful. I love the way that Spirit deals with us like that. So to go ahead, I'm going to clarify the Moon. I'm going to ask Spirit to help me to clarify the Moon and the Fool card right this second, because I need to move on to the next few cards. So that's one card out. Spirit, please give us one more, another card to clarify this Fool card, please. Before I run out of space on this phone, I want to complete everything on here. Thank you, Spirit, in advance for helping me to make that happen, okay? All right, so another two, but the first card that came, oh my God, this is not a game. So just more twos coming out. Clarifying the Pisces, clarifying the Moon card and the Fool card are the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So somebody is pretty much trying to figure out, it looks like, which soulmate connection, which partnership to choose here. That's what it looks like. Somebody could have been juggling partners, and now they're having to make a decision between two different people who could both have earth sign energy in their chart, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And I just don't know. I feel like somehow loyalty is going to play a part in who is chosen. Whoever somebody sees as loyal could be the one who's selected to create this Ten of Pentacles energy with. Now I'm going to move on to the Ten of Wands in reverse. Like I said, I do feel like somehow this is going to be the end of some type of heavy burdens being carried by someone, maybe by both parties. You know, the end of a struggle, the end of having to work so hard for something. And the cards that came out to clarify this is the Eight of Pentacles, okay? This is somebody wanting to work really, really hard. This is somebody who is ambitious. This is someone who is very skilled in something, okay? In something that could bring them success, something that can bring them recognition and achievement, okay? The next card that came up after that was the Two of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like somebody, again, this is like someone disharmony in a union, maybe not seeing eye to eye because maybe somebody felt like somebody wasn't putting in enough work. They weren't, they weren't doing anything that they were skilled in or something of the nature. Or maybe someone turned down, a union because somebody hadn't yet stepped into their greatness yet. I don't know for sure. But this Two of Cups coming out, I was like, oh my God, it makes me feel like the end of a soulmate union. And if it's not the ending of that, which I still feel it could be an ending for some people, if it's not an ending, it's a disagreement. It's a misunderstanding, okay? And this misunderstanding could be behind this Eight of Pentacles energy, maybe. Them not, putting in work. Somebody could have felt like they weren't putting in a lot of work or enough effort, okay? But now, after this ended, or after there's been this misunderstanding, somebody regrets that. Somebody was in the 5 of Cups energy. I do feel like it could have been the masculine or the male energy here, okay? But somebody is depressed. They are like inwardly, they're going through it. As much as on the outside, they could be making it seem like nothing is wrong. They're going through it. This is Cancer, Scorpio, or Piscean energy as well. So again, I feel like this is a mixture of air signs and water signs and a little bit of earth here, okay? The last card that came out to clarify this 10 of Wands energy is the Knight of Swords. So I really feel like, I think it might have been this way first. Or I think it was the Knight of Swords was last. And I just feel like somebody is going to get ready to make a very focused, a very swift, a very quick decision, rash even to somebody, to take action towards something, okay? So let's get clarity on this card really quick before we leave. The Sun. Wow. Y'all saw how that happened, right? It was almost like it could have been, it just flew out of the deck. It's the Sun card. Someone is going to take quick action to get to their healing, to get to their happiness, to get to their happy space, to go to their Leo possibly as well, okay? This is about being true to themselves as well. Somebody is going to see the light and somebody is going to be racing, I think, towards the light. And I feel like once this happens, somebody is going to possibly become a mom of 2 children, a boy and a girl. And for some of us, this has been somebody's dream since they were younger, okay? Or it was a dream since you were old enough to think about the fact that you wanted children and being fair and stuff. You wanted to experience the balance of having both sexes, a boy and a girl here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they are fraternal twins. 6 of Swords is currently at the bottom of the clarifying deck. And that's just somebody making a transition, somebody moving, you know, someone moving. I also feel like that's a spiritual journey. So also I'm getting another message for that energy of the 7 of Swords and the 10 of Cups here. I feel like somebody could have experienced some form of deception, and what's going to help them to come out of the deception, what's going to help them to come out of the sneaky behavior is the fact that they're thinking about their emotional, creative, and spiritual fulfillment. And they realize that it's not where they are maybe at this present time. So they may feel that they're going to have to sneak away from this connection or something like that. Okay, while others in the darkness of night. I don't know how that resonates with anyone. Doesn't have to be the case, but I understood that to come out. Like somebody is going to have to choose, you know, to walk away from another connection because they want their emotional fulfillment. Okay, look at this. That's now at the bottom of the card, the World card. So that's about definitely cycles ending. You know, things are shifting, things are changing. So that is the reading at this time. This is to me going to be for all signs, even though y'all, like I said, this began as a personal reading. I was asking Spirit about things about my personal life. Okay, because I just felt really overwhelmed with emotion today. So yeah, this has been the new moon reading. If this resonated with you guys, please give this a thumbs up. Please let me know if it resonates with you. If you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at theprettycoachoracles.com. I am not available for the next 9 days or so, but after that, when I make myself available again, I'll be back for private readings. Okay, I love you guys with the love of the Most High. Bye.